Hello, this video from the series Link Building from RankWyz covers backlinking your SEO properties. This is probably one of the most common use case, ongoing SEO project with multiple existing SEO properties. In addition to the main site of yours or your client, there are multiple properties already created or created on an ongoing basis as videos, social profiles like LinkedIn page, reviews pages, citations. Local business will have a Yelp page, and so on and so on. And all of those are combined the portfolio of the properties related to the same main site. So the typical task related to this use case is organize effective second-tier backlinking ongoing from the high authority blogs, PBN and Web2 blogs using relevant content. The second task, the related task, is continuously monitor SEO metrics and rank tracking position for SEO properties in addition to the main site. This is a simple diagram for those who prefer visual representation. This is RankWyz project, and I already have Web2 blogs, or will create Web2 blogs, and my task is to effectively backlink SEO properties that are not under RankWyz management. And as I mentioned, examples could be YouTube videos, it could be LinkedIn page, a Yelp page, and so on. So we will create the structure. As a part of this demo, we'll create and set up content that will be link profile and link bucket and content bucket, and I will demonstrate how to set up submission and to start backlinking your SEO properties. I will navigate to one of the existing projects where I already have a client website. In order to create SEO properties, I will create a network with the type of SEO properties and give it a name. I already create properties, and if I click on the network, you'll see that I'll have YouTube and LinkedIn page. This is on the properties tabs where you're going to be keep adding your properties as you create them. And it could be anything related to this client project. Videos, profiles, reviews, anything that you want to track metrics, track ranking, and backlink. Once I created the network for SEO properties, I created another network for Web2 blogs. You can create a new network by clicking New. By default, it's selected Web2 network and give it a name. I already have Web2 network. It's brand new, no blogs, and I will add more blogs to the network. Now I have added blogs. You can see that I have 10 blogs. You can see them and import on a blogs tab. This is just an example, and of course, depending on the complexity of the project, you might have 10, dozens, and hundreds, might be even 1,000 blogs, depending on the scale of the project and number of backlinks you need to create. So going back to the project dashboard, so we have now network for SEO profiles and network for the Web2 blogs. Now when we configure the project, I will set up content, and it will be a combination of link profile and content bucket. Navigating to link profiles, I will create a link profile. I'll give it a name, molding. I'm not going to set up, it's very detailed. I set up 3 primary keywords. I will skip on secondary, generic, and more detailed profile, but I will demonstrate how to select the properties for the link profile. I will enable RankWyz network, disable primary URL, and from the RankWyz network I will select project molding network profiles. So system will create links using primary keywords and URLs from RankWyz network, and I've picked profiles, SEO profiles network. Because this is a dynamic selection, once you're going to be adding more properties, they will be included automatically into RankWyz profile. To check the preview, we can see that system uses primary keywords and the URLs from the SEO properties. And I'll save the profile. Now we need to set up the content. Go to content mill, create new bucket. I will use mixed content. I will load default template. And for the sake of this demo, I will use crown molding as a single topic. Topic is pending. I will pause for system to collect information. Okay, the topic is now ready, and the last step, we need to enable a link profile to embed the links with the content. Insert links, link profile, molding, and I will use resource box template to be placed at the bottom. Saving and activating bucket, the last step before creating submission and start posting. So now content is created, preview is created, system creates by default 5 articles, and I click preview. You can see it's all on the topic crown molding, and the link is embedded in the other resource box at the bottom. Now when we have project and network set up and the content bucket and link profile, we're ready for the final step, setting up submission and starting backlinking. I go to Web 2 network, switch on the submissions tab, and click on new post submission. For the submission, I added the name. I called it as this video, backlink, SEO properties. I selected to post my own content and selected molding bucket we created. Although you can skip this step if you find good matching preset content. So we're going to post on all blogs in the network, randomized, and we're going to be making one post on each blog in the network. So you have an option to set up a spread. Because we have only 10 blogs, we don't need this, but you can, let's say, spread it over like a day so that it looks more natural. But more important is you need to decide if you do it one time or you do this process continuously, and you might repeat it, and then you specify a period when you're going to repeat it. Let's say you will make one post on every blog and repeat this every day. There are more options, but this is the basic setup to enable posting and backlink and SEO properties. I will create submission. So now you can see that submission is created. There's a name, it links to the content bucket, it says all the configuration we set up, and it's ready to be activated. And just a few seconds in, you can see the scheduled posts created, and I can switch over the post tab and see in more details what actually is going to be posted. To go those steps once again, we created a project, we created a network for SEO properties, so we created a network for Web 2 blogs. The next couple of steps were to set up a content. We created link profile, and we used the SEO properties network as a source. We created content bucket and specify how link profile will be used. We selected resource box. And the last steps, we set up submission and started to post this content on this Web 2 blog network, backlinking SEO properties. And this is exact same list once again for those who want to review it later and reproduce. Steps are set up a project, create a project or use existing, create a network for SEO properties, add URLs, create a network for Web 2 network for Web 2 blogs and add blogs. The next step would be set up content and links, create link profile, create content bucket, and the last step, create a submission and start backlinking. With the process we set up, you can keep adding SEO properties in the network, and they will be dynamically backlinked, especially if you select a recurrent backlinking. Let's say you have a couple of dozens properties for some client, you can add 200, 300 blogs and set up backlinking, posting recurring, let's say twice a week. For every blog post, you will be backlink one of those properties. Thank you for watching, and thank you for using RankWyz.